What's up, guys? Welcome to the Power and Spin Challenge presented by Crunch Time Coaching and Tennis Express. We're gonna combine technique lessons with the best technology to have you max out on your power and spin in the areas of your serve. We're gonna be adding 10 to 15 miles an hour. Your forehand, we're gonna do 500 more RPMs. And your backhand, we're not gonna have it bullied around anymore. We're gonna have perfect topspin and slice. What's gonna be so awesome about this is when you watch the pros, guys, they've got the two most essential ingredients in their game. That's why they're the best players in the world. They have a lot of power, but the spin controls the ball and makes it go in. Remember, you win with power and spin. Let's get started. Okay, guys, so before we get into today's lesson, let's get into the technology. What we have here from Tennis Express are 3 rackets that some of them are better for power, some of them are better for spin. Today, I wanna get more power on my serve. So the racket I'm using today is the Wilson Ultra. And I talked to Sam from Tennis Express. He says this is a power racket. You get easy power, nice comfort as well. And we're also stringing this racket up with head velocity strings, which again, they specialize in power and comfort. You're gonna get a lot of power, a lot of comfort. If you have trouble with your arm, tennis elbow, this I've already hit a couple with. I can tell you it's very easy on the arm and you get a big pop. So make sure you watch all 3 days so you know exactly what rackets we're gonna be using for power and spin. All right, let's hit the court. So guys, let's work on getting more power on your serve. Now I did a power serve course a couple years ago and I discovered that there were actually 17 power leaks that people make on their serve that rob their serve of power. What I'm gonna go through are the top 3 power leaks today. And the cool thing is there's easy fixes you can do to immediately add 10 to 15 miles an hour to your serve. Now, the first power leak that we're gonna start fixing is we're gonna start fixing the stance. The stance seems like an innocent little thing. How is that really robbing my serve of power? But there's something called the kinetic chain, which means that power and control is built from the ground up. So we really wanna focus on the stance of our legs. And what ends up happening by having the wrong stance is a lot of recreational players end up over-rotating too much, showing too much of their back, and what ends up happening is they don't get the power that they're dying to get so that they can beat up on their opponent. So let me show you what I see. There's 2 main stance mistakes that I see happening. And number 1 is people stand like this, and then when they go to serve, you're not gonna see really any of my chest, and you're gonna see my back very, very early. So watch this. So I stand like this, and I go to serve, and I gotta turn my back into the serve, and I can only get so much power. It's really hard to reach the fence when you're serving like that. So again, I'm here, I serve, my back turns, and I just can't get the power that I really want on my serve. Okay? What we wanna do instead, and that's why I like to use this towel, is we wanna stand more at an angle, okay? So get yourself a towel. I like to roll out the red carpet to improve my serve here. And just by doing this right here, you're gonna see with a very easy move, I'm not very flexible, guys, but with a very easy move, all of a sudden you're seeing my chest come back to the fence. That enables me to keep more of my side on contact. I'm not gonna be able to do it as good as Roger Federer. You watch Roger Federer and we'll show an image, you know, he's pretty much got so much of this part of his back at contact when he's hitting. So right here, just by this stance, watch this move right here. I come here, and then the first move, you can see my chest. That enables me to get a nice rotation in my hips, load up my legs more, and then come in and hit a serve with more easy power. Okay guys, so you see that we were able to get a good amount of power, hit the fence on one bounce. I wasn't even jumping. Now I do notice that people who sometimes have a really nice stance still over rotate with making the wrong foot movement if they're a little more physical. They tend to be somebody who jumps in a serve. So the second stance mistake I see is people start out really nice and then they bring their foot to the outside. By bringing the foot to the outside, it kind of puts your body all out of whack when you go to hit, and again, there's too much of your back. So watch what I do here. I come here, I put the foot to the outside, and I go to hit that serve. And I'm losing power and control, and again, you're seeing a lot of my back early, and notice how I'm hitting the serve into the net. Okay guys, so what's the fix? Again, we're using our towel, and now we're gonna put the towel beside us because we're gonna aim physical, we're gonna jump in the serve, and notice how I'm stepping the shoe up to the inside. I don't wanna touch this towel. When I do that, that keeps the body more in alignment, and I can hit bigger serves. That one felt pretty good. That's that easy power that Tennis Express was talking about. Cool. All right, so the first fix here I call the towel and the tuck. So why the towel and the tuck? First of all, you get on the towel, it gets your stance the right way. You see, if I'm just staying like this, now I can come and rotate, and you can see my chest, my legs are moving better, and I'm going to hit, and I'm loading all this power, and I'm able to bring it back in the core without over rotating. The other thing that I notice is when people turn and their back shows too early, also their arm comes out here. If you watch the pros, when they go to hit, they throw that ball up, but as they hit the ball, they tuck. So you want to think of this tip as the towel and the tuck. All right, so power leak number 2, I call the shorty, all right? And you see this all over the place in recreational tennis from that 3-0 to 4-0 level, and it's keeping you from so much power. If you're guilty of the shorty, then if you fix this, you're gonna be popping the serve so much bigger. And that's players, when they come to hit, their arm is bent on contact. When you have this arm bent on contact, you can't use the leverage of your arm, your body, and the racket way up there, okay? So this is what I call the shorty. All right, so how do you fix the shorty? It's actually a simple fix with a drill I call the stop and pop. All right, so what's the first step in the stop and pop drill? First, we gotta figure out how high can we reach up. So you wanna get on your tippy toes, and that's the height, fullest extension you can be. So you wanna just toss the ball just a little bit above that, and notice when the ball kind of does a little mini stop, and start to say to yourself, stop, stop. So you time out that stop, and when you see that ball stop, then you wanna go. By the time you go with massive racket head speed, you'll be popping that ball. That's why I call it the stop and pop drills. I'm here, throw it up, stop, and pop. That was a big serve. Too bad it was just wide, but that was a massive serve. I'm liking the easy power with my Wilson Ultra. Let's try that again. Here we go. Stop and pop. Pop that serve. Pop that serve. Ooh, that was a big one. All right, so your third power leak is called the scratch the back hack. In the beginning of tennis, lots of coaches will teach you to scratch the back to help you start to feel the racket drop. So it's not a terrible tip in the beginning, but if that's where you just end up always doing your serve, where you come back here, you scratch the back, you're losing a lot of momentum and power. So I'm here, and what's gonna happen is the racket is already back here before the legs drive up. So I can only hit the serve so hard, plus it is harder to control the more you want to be aggressive with it. You can see that that serve is not hitting the fence. So what you want to do is replace the scratch the back hack with the secret power source. When you get the secret power source, you're gonna be crushing serves. It's basically like your favorite quarterback in the NFL. They come back here and they're in that secret power source. See how relaxed the arm is? Right here, they're getting ready to throw that ball. That's what you wanna do. You wanna get yourself in that position. So the first thing I want you to do is with your wrist, we also want a very loose and relaxed wrist. We're gonna give it some anesthesia. It's gonna go to sleep. Then we're gonna put the racket in our hand, and that puts us into the secret power source. And what we wanna do is we wanna hold our racket in secret power source until we initiate the leg drives. When the knees are bent and they start thinking about going up, then that's when we wanna bring full acceleration into the serve. All right, guys, so that's the end of day one. Again, we're using the Wilson Ultra today. Got this from Tennis Express. Make sure you go to tennisexpress.com. You go try these drills with this racket, you're gonna be bombing serves. Just my quick thoughts on the racket. I think Sam led me in the right direction, and this is a power and comfort racket. Very easy on the arm. So hopefully you enjoyed today's lesson. Also, they're going to be part of TennisCon. TennisCon is an event where we have the best instructors, people who know their stuff on equipment, everything you can think of in tennis. That's going to be TennisCon 8 coming up too. So after watching today's video, if you're looking forward to seeing 40 of the best instructors on the planet teach you how to bulletproof your game, make sure to look somewhere around this video and click on that button to sign up so that you're ready in October when we start. Also, make sure to go to tennisexpress.com and try their demo program so you can find the perfect racket for next year.